Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be another one about the lore of Season 5 as we read through more of this dialogue from the quest. And right away before I actually start this video, I just want to say thank you to all of my viewers on this channel. Every video has been doing better than the last, and looking at my channel, actually 25% of my viewers aren't even subscribed, which I think is amazing. I'm so glad that my videos are finally getting out there and it's not just my subscribers watching the video so far. So if you enjoy my content, if you want more Apex, and if you like this type of video, please consider subscribing because I do upload very often and this is one of my favorite types of videos to make. So anyways, let's get straight into this quest. I just finished the actual quest, wasn't too hard. Got my rewards, and here is the Cranky Clown. It's got a mirage underneath it, so I'm guessing he's probably the narrator. So we had this meeting in Wraith, the bathroom. That's because at the Paradise Lounge, we don't do private rooms. Here we believe in being social, connecting with people, coming together as humans. Look, the point is, I'm cranky. Alright, Mirage is upset here. Wraith saying you're in a bad mood. Just straight out. What? Yeah, no, I'm not. What do you know? Alright, Mirage being Mirage. More than you might think. Here it comes, 89 reasons why all the different versions of me are bummed out. Mirage says. So he's bummed out. As I hand Wraith her apple teeny. I know, right? I would have totally made fun of her too, but I saw what happened to Alaska and I like the idea of having kids one day, so I'll stick with my poker face, thanks. Alright, Mirage perfectly aware Wraith can kick some serious butt. Only need one reason. It bothers you that Loba knows your mom's secret. Alright, we learned that in the last one, and that's what ate me. Bothers me that Loba knows my mom's secret. Oh, Mirage. Here's Lifeline coming into. She knows about my parents too. More than that, she knows how I feel about them. I don't go spreading that. I think she's got dirt on all of us. Now that's very interesting. We learned in the last one, Loba knows a lot about most of the characters. Lifeline also upset along with Mirage. Caustic too. She is aware of the allegations against me, all patently false and absurd, of course. That these cretins continue to mistake me for a corpse is perpetuous. Some Caustic being upset that Loba knows about him too, and also trying to be like, hey guys, I'm not that bad, but we all know Caustic was a bad boy back in the day. And here's Octane. He hasn't been featured in any dialogue yet. What's she gonna do for me, huh? Help me run faster? She can do that? Alright, so Octane's like, I don't really have a part in this, but, joking around that, I'm down to run faster. And here's Banglar, a bunch of marks, all of you. Alright, she's pretty serious. First really serious person here. Banglar says as she spits on the floor that someone will have to clean later. She bats for eyelashes. All of you fall in line, advancing into Ano territory to detain some trinket. We don't even know what this hunk of junk is. Banglar, not a fan of Loba and her plan, doesn't know what's going on, and she's not able to control anything really. Doesn't like it. Crypto's saying, I've been studying and it looks like it's encasing a matrix, but it needs the other half to fully... Alright, he gets cut off there, but Crypto looks very interested in this, this item too, this trinket, as Banglar called it. Banglar is the one that cut him off, of course. That wasn't the question. Only reason I have that awful place was to make sure. The only reason I went to that awful place was to make sure none of you ended up in a body bag or as Caustic's latest experiment. No, instead we get to be Loba's little errand boys. Banglar obviously not liking Loba's plan here. I don't know about you, but I didn't sign up to take orders from some 2-bit thief when I signed my Legends contract. If the IMC was still running the show, she'd be halfway to the brig by 0500. This is pretty interesting. So Banglar in the last one seemed interested in helping out Loba, like she was going to be a general and everything. But Banglar is sort of being one of the ones bossed around and told to do stuff. Banglar does not like that. And here she mentions the IMC. Now in Titanfall 2, the IMC is fighting against the militia for control over planets and stuff like that. And it's been mentioned this with the Apex games being much later and the IMC sort of winning. They're controlling the games, or they were. I was not aware the IMC lost control of the games. I don't know who the power shifted to, but anyways, it's interesting to see that the IMC has lost control of the Apex games. To be halfway to Wraith. So she's saying that the IMC was more strict on all this stuff. Wraith coming in saying, so what's the plan? We walk away? Then we move. Then we're more in the dark than before. For now, follow her lead, but we have her private. Okay, so what she's saying is she is curious, but does not like how it's going. So we're gonna go with it from now. But be careful. Watch your own back. We don't know what she's really up to. And yeah, and here she says she's not telling us everything. I heard her talking to someone named Yoko at Hammond Robotics about a meeting Loba had with some higher ups there. Alright, now they're mentioning Hammond Robotics too. So Loba's getting... We know Loba and Reverend have their conflict, and Reverend's a creation of Hammond Robotics. Because they wanted to preserve him as an excellent hitman. But Reverend sort of turned out of control and killing everybody. And with them knowing that Loba has this huge grudge against Reverend, maybe Hammond tried to hire out Loba to finally kill Reverend. But as we saw in the Season 5 trailer, the actual launch trailer, it seems like there's a bunch of backup Reverends. And Reverend is definitely not the one making himself at these backups. Like the quips, why can't I just die already? I think Reverend wants to find his peace, but whoever is in charge of all this seems to not want Reverend to go out. We saw the head showed up of actual Reverend, and it's instantly transported to another planet. I believe that planet was Lifeline and Octane's home planet, actually. Alright. And here's Octane. You'll have a date with a girl named Yoko from Hammond. Think they know each other? Octane joking, obviously it's the same person. And that's interesting. Wow, the room got really quiet after that one, and Lifeline's about 2 decibels high. 2 decibels too high when she says, a date? Come on with ya. Does this girl know what she's getting herself into? So Lifeline kind of poking around with Octane there, teasing him. Banglar cuts in, which is annoying because, hi, you had your turn, and we want to see Lifeline kick Octane's butt right now. But sure, Banglar, your thing is important too, I guess. Banglar, straight to the point again. Octane, you know this girl? She asked if I wanted to get a drink. I was thirsty and said sure, but she meant tomorrow. I mean, I'll be thirsty tomorrow too, but I don't know, man. She just wants to wait for things. Like, wait, just around? Alright, Octane, not thinking too much about his situation, just sort of worrying about what's right in front of him, like typical. This is very interesting. I wonder if this date is almost set up by Hammond Robotics, because they know Octane might be an easy person to get to for intel about this group of legends. They want to know more. Maybe they're trying to get information from Octane. Here's Lifeline saying, you're not going on this date. Girl doesn't deserve attitude like that. Alright, Lifeline teasing Octane some more. Banglar coming in very seriously again. Yes, he is going. Never turned down good intel, and right now your boys are our only way to get our hands on some. So Banglar's like, alright, well, let's use this. Because she was mentioning before she doesn't really know what's going on, and now she's like really into getting this intel, and looks like Octane's date is the way. So maybe it wasn't set up, and Octane's now they're going to use it to get intel. Maybe it was set up, and it's just going to be double-sided, both trying to get information on each other now. Now that Banglar was able to figure out what's going on here. Octane, we need you to find out what this meeting between Loba and Hammond was all about, and I need proof. So I can't deny. So she can't deny the whole thing. Anything they've got. So Banglar wants to sort of really get to. She needs proof, so she can't deny anything. I'm thinking she is Loba, and Banglar wants the truth out of her, so she's gonna be like, hey, Octane found this about Yoko from Hammond on a date. And try to put an end to what she thinks is nonsense. Here's Lifeline saying, you're gonna let this poor girl sit through the torture of this date for intel? Octane teasing, or Lifeline teasing Octane. She's tortured, I have to wear pants. So Octane making the joke about it's painful for him to wear pants over his robotic legs. I look to Wraith, who's watching Octane get bounced back and forth between Banglar and Lifeline like a ping pong ball. She turns to me, shaking her head. You think I'm intense. So, Wraith might be like this hardcore fighter out on the battlefield, or in the game, but maybe outside of the game, just sitting down talking like this. Wraith's sort of a straightforward type of gal that you can work with. You know better than to answer that question, so I say, I know better than to answer that question. Oh, Mirage. But Wraith has a point. I've never seen Bangs this worked up, and if I were Lobo and Andre, I'd be shaking in my thigh highs, because right now, I know two things. Banglar won't stop until she sent Loba another packing, and nights like this are totally why I bought a bar. Oh, Mirage. Alright, so back to that. So yeah, Banglar definitely not liking what happened, or what Loba's doing here. Alright, that's the end of it. So the next quest is going to be called the Detached Chaperone. So right away I have a couple thoughts on what this could be. One, as Loba guided us through the last quest, maybe Loba's not guiding us through the last quest. Or this whole date thing. Maybe another legend's gonna go with on a date. Sort of not go with, but come along, sit near, listen to, that type of thing. Maybe it's gonna be Banglar. Maybe Banglar's gonna ask Lifeline. We sort of saw how they were interacting there, which I thought was pretty interesting. Yeah, that's all I got for this one. Very interesting information here about IMC Hammond, who was responsible for many map changes already. It's featured on Octane skins, I think a few Wraith skins, and even makers of some of the weapons. Very interesting stuff. Alright, well, that's all I got for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed.